All right, my friends, welcome back to another exciting day in astrology land. Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for the 28th of January 2020. Rearing to the end of the month here, we have a beautiful connection. We still have Mars creating a septile to the Sun. Okay, they're both moving a degree ahead today. So Mars moves at 17 degrees, the Sun moves over to 8 degrees. So they're both a little bit of movement. Still making that fate and destined connection. Fire-seeking community. Fire-seeking community. Okay? Community seeking others. Right? Growing and expanding our community. Expanding our physical world. Expanding our arms. Reaching out there to other like-minded individuals and joining as a greater force. Right? Really, really cool. Now we have the Moon. And Venus. And Neptune. All together. Okay, now the Moon and Venus have moved to 17 degrees, the Moon and Venus are moved to 17 degrees, and Neptune will be joining in just another day, I believe on Wednesday. Okay, so it's really cool because Neptune's been at 16 degrees for a while. Again, that parade, everyone coming together. Now at 17 degrees of Pisces, okay, our emotional moon is what we need, okay, nurturing. The Moon is Earth's natural satellite, stays very close to home, okay? And we only see one side of the Moon. There is a dark side of the Moon that we never see, okay? Just like us, there's an other side to us that most individuals don't see. We stay home from work when we're really ill, just head in the toilet, snot dripping off of our nose, Scarface gets sick at some point in times, that the mobster, that big, idea of this big tough guy still falls down, still needs help. Yeah. Okay. We're not immune from needing help of others. We're not immune from needing forgiveness, for needing love, for needing connection, emotional connection. Okay. So our emotional moon is what we need. And Venus is everything we want, love, and desire in life. Personal objects as well as other people. So both of those coming together at only, a few space minutes, okay? So they're just a degree, really, off of Neptune here, okay? So again, Neptune is about expansion of the unconscious, where Jupiter and Sagittarius is expansion in our physical realm, physical world, ideas and concepts and things like that. Here we have expansion of creativity, expansion of love, expansion of our spiritual nature. Okay? So we're expanding our emotional moods and aligning with what the heart loves, wants, and desires. This is a very special and powerful day. Okay? Very special and powerful time right now to really seek down inside of yourself, and ask, what do I need? What do I need to survive? What do I need to love? What do I need to expand? What do I need to let go of if I need to let go of some old hurt, some old trauma, some old ideas that are holding me back from achieving, where I want to be in life? Mars is still creating the square here to all three of them, to Neptune, to the Moon, and to Pisces, okay? And Mars right now is saying what? Mars septile the Sun. We still have all of these guys, well, really, primarily just Neptune creating that septile, the transcendent Pluto right now. So Mars now moving to the 17th degree, okay? Also, sesqui-square, this is another one of those itches you can't scratch kind of feelings, okay? Similar but slightly different than the quincunx, because it is a square. So this is the rub, So Uranus is telling us what? This is the great release, the great awakener. And this is the old and stubborn, okay? This is the old and stubborn, not individuals. I mean, they might be individuals, but this is old and stubborn idea of society, this old way of looking at things, like we talked about on Monday's horoscope, old astrology versus new astrology. This is the illusion, this is reality, but now we see this as being reality, and this is the illusion that reality is real, right? So now we have Mars moving to the 17th degree, okay? So it's us taking a deeper look and understanding, for 98 problems, water is a cure. For 2 other problems, water is going to make it worse. right? So there are days that we want to go out in the sun, days that we want that sweet, vitamin D being absorbed through our skin. There are days that we're going to lather ourselves up in sunscreen and bring an umbrella to make sure we don't tan or we don't fry outside. You know what I mean? So it's us learning to discern. The sun is a powerful force in nature. The ocean is a powerful force of nature. I live in Michigan, surrounded by lakes, Great Lakes, and there's a beauty to the fresh water, as well as a beauty to the ocean. And I can certainly say I can relax a lot more in a pond or a lake, or even one of the big Great Lakes here, is it's not always, these giant waves pummeling you. It's very hard. I love swimming in the ocean. I'm going to be there in a month. But it's always work, You always have to work. You can relax, yes, but you have to put in the work to going under instead of being crashed by these big waves, or learning how to balance your body so this big wave isn't going to crash you into the bottom of the ocean and you scrape your back or your face on the sand, Or like I said, going out in the sun time, there is a balance of bringing in that sweet vitamin D into the body, which our body needs. That's why we have a lot of, winter depression here in the northern parts of the country, where it's not always bright and sunny all the time. So there's a balance. There's a balance that we must seek. There's a balance that we must obtain that knowledge of when. Again, if we're waking up and feeling good, hello, sun, it's just like open the blinds and get excited about life. If we're sick, if we're hungover, it's like close the blinds. Oh my God, that sun is killing me. It's like, actually, the sun is your best friend, But in those moments, our perspective shifts, So what an individual needs at that point in time, as well as when we're shining our light on others versus just being light, okay? Very important is we're expanding into the community. When are we overstepping? Are we overstepping? Are we being the Goliath and trying to impact someone in a manner like that, like the sun just beaming down? If it weren't for the clouds and the rain, our crops would be fried. Too much time in the sun, and it's, skin cancer and all kinds of other problems, right? So recognizing our own sun, recognizing our own fire during this time, and learning when to interact, when to interject, when to project, and when to tuck it back. Right? If we can't, it's just like sometimes people wear these, like, I look at it as like energetic hula hoops. It's not quite the bull in the china shop, but like a similar kind of feeling, It's like where you don't know your own size, you don't know your own, sense of self, and you have this energetic hula hoop, and you're literally bumping into everyone and everything in your environment, and you might be an amazing individual, or other people might be amazing individuals, but when we feel them come around with that energetic hula hoop, it's just, it's invasive, all right? So it's learning when to tuck it in, and when it's good to be big and bold and strong and powerful. And as well, again, coming back to the moon, this moon here, just an amazing, amazing connection. Like this January has been jam-packed full of awesomeness. We've had this great, lunar eclipse, the new moon here in Aquarius, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. I mean, the eclipses happen every year. Every 12 years they happen in these signs. The new moon happens every year as well. But this Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the Pluto septile over here to the sun, or to the moon, to Venus, to Neptune, again, transcending our emotions, transcending what we're feeling, going beyond what we thought was possible. And it is possible. It is all possible as long as we're willing to say yes. Now, we also have, we have two quintiles, okay? Pluto quintile over here to Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer of the zodiac. Chiron, the master healer going through the sign of Aries, okay? There's parts about ourselves that we're healing. And Pluto, the king of transformation here. in a place of transcendence, slowly taking its time through each degree. 244 days, or 244 years to get around the sun, okay? Spending several days, almost a month to get through each degree, okay? It's got a weird elliptical pattern, so that, kind of scratch that. Either way, it can take quite a long time for each degree. Okay, so it's taking its sweet time now with Chiron here in Aries. So there's primitive parts of ourselves. There's instinctual part of ourselves, that we want to sometimes, that we do want to shroud ourselves. We do want to hide out, from the sun, from something that's good for us. And this is a time to learn, this is a time to learn to be open, to open up to these new changes that are coming in, which can be uncomfortable. We also have that quintile. Quintile, again, is a creative flow, okay? Similar to the septile, where it's like a fate and destined energy, but it's not a different meaning. It's a way of creativity, a creative solution, okay? So this is finding a creative solution to a problem, opposed to just fate and destiny, So it's still otherworldly energy, like a beautiful talent, okay? Beautiful talents can be looked at as otherworldly energy as well. So we have this otherworldly energy, this otherworldly creative energy from Mercury at 20 degrees of Aquarius. Whoop, 20 degrees of Aquarius down here to Uranus. Okay, so we're talking about the future over here. We're thinking about the future. And we have to do some sort of breaking through. Okay, breaking through the past, breaking through the old. And we find a creative way to do that today. Okay, really, really cool connection. As well, again, Mars creating the sesqui-square over here to Uranus as well. So it's like we're not only thinking about new ways, or new insight is coming in intuitive ways to come in to make these changes, but we're also seeking that knowledge out to create that change. And both the Sun and Mercury creating those aspects, the quincunx and sesqui-square, to the North Node, reminding us that whatever we're doing, just like the Moon meeting up with Pisces, or meeting up with Venus and Neptune and Pisces, is compassion, to open up our loves, to open up our arms, open up to forgiveness, and love, to shine our light, to shine our love, but not being overbearing. All right. Have a powerful, transformational, see the world, see all the beauty, smell the roses. Enjoy the day, my friends. It is a beautiful beginning to a beautiful week ahead. We'll see you tomorrow.